Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. So today I want to speak directly to the mom who is dreaming of starting a business. Or maybe you've already started it and you're thinking, how am I supposed to have time for this? Like, what is going on? I know that the Lord called me to this and this is the vision that He's given me, but I do not have the time for this. So let me tell you something. So there are either one of two things are happening. One, you're in a preparing season and God has given you that vision and it is coming, but it may not be for right now. We talk a lot about that, right? Some things are just not for right now. But if you know that this is the season and you are supposed to be doing it right now, God has said, move, take the next step, do the thing. Then if you're finding yourself in a place where you're like, I just don't have time for this, then you're too busy. Because God has placed this dream in your heart to build something that is going to bless your family, glorify Him, and serve the people who you are called to serve. But if you feel like you're drowning and there's never ending to-do lists and snacks and all the things we have to do as moms and keeping our household running, then I want to remind you that our God, the God of the Bible, God is not a God of chaos. He is a God of peace. He's not surprised by your season. He is not surprised by all your diaper changes. He's not surprised by all the little people at your feet. He knows what your days look like. And He knows that if He called you to do it right now, then He will equip you to do it right now. And you will have the energy and the time and the grace to do it. Now, God called you to it, but it is your responsibility to make sure that you steward the time that He gave you in this season. Now, there's less of it because you have all them little people, right? But there's not none. And we're responsible for what we do with it. If you do feel called right now and you're looking at your calendar thinking, there is no way, then it is time to lovingly and prayerfully cut things out. Now, hear me when I say this. I am not saying don't feed your children and stop playing with them on the floor. That is not what I am suggesting, and that is not what God is asking. God is not asking you to ignore your family to build the thing He's given you, but He is asking you to say no to some things that He didn't ask you to do. So maybe it's too many playdates. Maybe it's too much scrolling. Maybe it's too much Netflix or whatever the other streaming services are that you are watching. I don't actually watch Netflix anymore of all the things like, but that's the one, right? It's like when you say Xerox and you just mean like copies, right? Or Kleenex and you just mean tissue. Anywho, side note. So if you're watching television or you're scrolling too much and you're saying yes to other people's needs that are keeping you from doing what God has asked you to do, you do not need more time. And I know we've all been there, like, oh, if only I had some more time, if only I had some more time. It's an easy thing to say, but my friend, we're not getting any more time. So there's no reason to say it, right? You're not getting it. I'm not getting it. We all have the same amount of time. And it has been given to us. Our 24 hours has been given to us to steward in a way that glorifies God, honors the people that He has put in your life to serve your family, your customers, your clients. Those are the people that God has asked you to do something for, right? So this is not guilt. I'm not trying to add more guilt to you. Like, oh, now there's one more thing I gotta do and cut stuff out of my list. But like, I'm gonna tell you, it will be freedom. It'll be hard. It'll be real hard. But it will not be, you will be able to do it and it will create freedom. And so we all have the same number of hours. So how are you using them? What are you giving your hours to? Because every time you say yes to someone who's asking you for help, which is not bad, and I'm not saying these things are awful, okay? There are really good things that you need to say no to. But every time you say yes, you're also giving something else a no. You can't just say yes to everything. It is not possible. I love the saying, you can do everything. You just can't do it at the same time. So whatever you're saying yes to, that means you're saying no to something else. And when you say no to something else, you're saying yes to the things that God has asked you to in this very season. So when you say yes to a random opportunity, a favor, a play date, something that you know is getting in the way of what God has actually asked you to do, that's not okay. You're saying no to what God has given you. You're saying no to the dream, the business, the calling that He gave you and put on your heart. Don't say no to the things that you know are most important. And so when we switch our mindset that every yes that we have is a no to something else, it makes us take a double take. We look at it a little bit harder and think, what is this saying no to because I said yes? So in my current season of life, I work during nap time and I work at night 2 nights a week. And so if someone wants to hang out with us those 2 nights, one of those 2 nights, I have to think hard about is it going to be good for me and for my family? And sometimes it's a yes, and sometimes it's a no, because I know that I need to be doing the things that God asked me to do. Also, on the other hand, during nap time, there are a million things I could be doing, but I'm sitting right here in this office and my dishes are dirty. Okay. So I get my dishes done. So they're like, don't forget me. But what I'm saying is if I would have said, yes, I need to go get those dishes done, important. Dishes need to be done. It's important. But if I said yes to them during nap time, then I'm saying no to sitting here talking to you, or no to talking to a client, or no to responding to people who are asking things of me, like clients and customers and potential people. And so, like, I have to decide the way you do. Every yes is a no to something else. So when you switch your mind to thinking that, you will think harder before you say yes. So there's that. So you're going to be saying no to more things so you can say yes to the best things, to the things that you know are exactly where God needs you to be doing. And but that does still leave the things that you've already said yes to and that you're already committed to. Now, you may need to fulfill some commitment before you let those things go. Give somebody a heads up. And that is important because our yes is our yes and our no is our no, just like Christ tells us to. But after that, you need to be saying no, my friend. Anywho, so how do you know what to cut out? Okay. So I can't tell you, and you can't tell me what we can and can't do because it looks different for each and every one of us. The businesses, the dreams, the services that you are going to provide for the people around you, they're different and the requirements of time are different. So I can't tell you what to do and you can't tell me what to do, but what I can tell you I can give you 3 questions to ask yourself and to prayerfully consider with the Holy Spirit and ask him to tell you what to do as well. Okay? Because he knows, right? He's the one. He knows. So, what are those 3 questions? What's essential in this season? What is for later? And where am I spending time that isn't aligned with my calling? So basically, what do I need to do for now? What's for not now? And what needs to be gone basically forever, right? So those are the 3 things. So we're going to break them down just a little bit in each one. And like I said, you and the Holy Spirit need to go together and figure this out. Okay. So what's essential in this season? I'm not talking about good. Because there's lots of stuff that you're doing that's good, that's probably not for right now. I get that. It's very easy, especially as Christian women. We want to serve and we want to help and we want to be there for other people. So there's lots of good things that we're doing that are running us ragged and not letting us be able to do what God asks us to do, right? So not good, essential. Feeding your kids, yes. Keeping your laundry somewhat under control, also yes. Hosting 3 church events this month, probably not. Driving the church van, maybe. That's up to you and the Lord. Whatever that looks like. Going to co-ops all the time? Unsure. That's between you and God. What is essential? What do you need to be doing that God has asked you to? Right in the season. And like to make your life continue down the road. Pay your bills. Like do your laundry, like I said. Do your dishes. Those things, like they do need to be done. They have to be done. So what is for later? Question number 2. What is for later? Just because you love it or it's meaningful doesn't mean it's for right now. So when my husband and I moved to Mississippi from Florida, it's where we currently live is Mississippi. We wanted to find a church that was serious about outreach. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to go beyond the walls of the church and be with the people, right? So I did some Googling. We found the church that we currently attend. And one of the main reasons we even went was because on Thursday night, they have a full service outside in underneath the pavilion. That's like, it's not for homeless people per se, but that is the outreach that it mostly brings in. And I love it. Love everything about it. I have made some serious friends underneath there. Love the people that attend. And so uh, we went there. We moved here in February. We went out there. We were freezing cold for South Mississippi, freezing cold for me. And we went out there and we went every Thursday that there was that we could. But in this season of my life that I'm in right now, I don't go. I don't go because my son goes to bed at 7 and it starts at 6:30. It's just not for us right now. And they know that we love it and they know that we love them and they know that one day we'll be back. Whenever, maybe in a year or so when his bedtime's a little bit later, we can go out and we'll push it late on Thursdays. I don't know what that looks like, but what I'm trying to say is that is good. It is meaningful. I love it. And I know it's not for right now. It's for later. And so we found something else to fill that and to be able to serve in a way, right? So what I'm saying is you can love something and not do it right now. That's true. So what is for later? What are you doing right now that could be for later? So, like I said, talk to the Holy Spirit. He's the one that knows. And then the last one is, where am I spending my time that is not aligning with my aligning? Wow. Where am I spending my time that isn't aligned with my calling? This one can be very convicting. And I want you to know that I am not throwing stones. I am right here with you. I have these problems. I do stuff that I shouldn't do, that eats up time, that takes away things that I should be doing instead. So, as I say this is not me convicting you. If you got any conviction happening, that's between you and the Lord, okay? So, is your phone eating your hours? Are you scrolling? Is it taking over your time? Are you mindlessly looking at your feed? Do you really need to know everything that's going on right now with all the people that you've ever known, like that person from middle school that you haven't talked to, but somehow you know that they had pasta yesterday for lunch? I don't even know if people still post stuff like that on the internet, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, do you need to know all of that? Do you really need to be doing that? Are you checking your emails that you don't need to? Are you helping others at the cost of obeying what God has called you to do? Things can look good and be wrong. So, you need to be talking to yourself and to the Lord about what is it that is not aligning with you right now? What needs to be eliminated or severely knocked down on your priority list? So, I'm not saying never be on your phone. And I'm not saying that you can never watch Netflix or Hulu or whatever the other ones are. I like to watch television. I do. I do when after my son goes to bed. But I know that I can get sucked into it, so I've put parameters around that to make sure that I don't spend that much time doing it. But so like these things don't have to be gone forever, forever, all the time, but they need to be like gone a lot, way down than what we could be because a lot of these things are made specifically to addict you. And they're good at it, all right? They're real good at it. So they get us. So you have to be able to put some boundaries on yourself. What do you need to where are you spending that time that isn't aligned with your calling? I've said this a bunch of times, so I just really want you to hear me. Like, I can't answer this for you. I don't know what that looks like for you. Only you and God can decide what is for right now and what is for later. Okay. So, like I said, I can't answer these for you, but I can help you walk through these questions and more just like it inside of my free guide, the Healthy Sustainable Rhythms Guide for the Busy Mom. It's not about hustle. It's all about peace. It's all about being obedient. It's about creating rhythms for your week that honor God, support your family, and give you the space to build what He has placed in your heart. Because when you live in this alignment, you will find the time to do the thing that God has asked you to. He will make a way, but you have to partner with Him. So say yes to what He has given you. Steward your yeses. This means creating structure that supports your season, not someone else's. There are lots of things, ways to handle stuff out and about in the world, and a lot of people on the internet telling you how to run your life. But the thing is, they don't know everything about you. I don't know everything about you. So you have to set it up for you in this season. And that is what this guide does. It takes an inventory of your life, where you are right now, the season that you're in, the things that are the most important to you, and helps you lay them out in such a way that you are creating a weekly rhythm so that the things that are most important to you are actually getting done in a week and not just being said that and you'll feel guilty about not doing it. So feel guilty about not doing those things. Instead, they'll be on your calendar. You'll figure them out. And hear me when I say, I am a gypsy at heart. Creating schedules, creating rhythms, it like freaks me out. But the freedom that you get from saying, I know that my work for the business that God has called me to will get done at this time because it's on there. Like, I don't have to worry about it. It is a peace of mind like no other. So, my friend, if you are a gypsy at heart, try it out. If you hate it, you'll never have to do it again. Download that guide, grab a pen, get honest, and let it help you say yes to what really, really matters. I am so glad that you have been here, my friend, and your calling is not too big for your current season. God knows exactly where you are. So let's work it out together. I will see you guys on the next episode of the Peaceful Mompreneur podcast.